Hello, hope you're all good. It's time to take the engine out and raise the engine mounts and do the chassis notches just to get it all reliable so I'm not hitting the sump. That's not a good day because the sump is the lowest point of contact and the drive shafts are rubbing as well. So is the manifold, I'll show you. But it's horrendous. I can't drive it anywhere, so that needs to be done. But come along with the process and enjoy. Hopefully someone learns something. Looking like a bomb site, but engine's out. That took way longer than I wanted it to. So I need to get this battery tray off, raise that in here, raise this one as well, and then a mount goes in here as well, so I have to do something with that. But whilst we're here, look, I thought there was more rust in here. That is nothing, not even soft. It probably would go if I started prodding it with a screwdriver, but and then just this little hole here. nothing sinister, so clean. Even the chassis rails. Said it before, but what a great base. But anyway, now, yeah, the next thing I'll be, raising the engine mounts. That mounts off finally. Doesn't look pretty at all, but I'll cut this out, weld it back in. This gets cut along here anyway, and then I build up from there. Now that I've got all that cut out, I'm gonna plate this back up, and then in theory, if I make this sit so it's 1.5 inches higher like I need it to be, there's no reason why the engine shouldn't slot straight in. It's just higher, which is the idea. So I make the sides for it, this side, that side, and that side. Sit there. I'll make this new piece as well. Sit there, and then this can sit about there, as long as this lines up with this hole underneath. Everything should be fine. This is what I've quickly come up with. Sit in there nicely, and then I can build on top of that if the sunlight would get out of the way. fired it up. Now it's time to do these extensions. That's the gearbox side engine mount raised. Unfortunately I didn't get a video of me welding this bit on because my phone decided not to save the video. I don't know what happened to it, but it wasn't there. Anyway, you get the gist. Just weld up there and around, clean it off. Before I finish this side, that will go on there so I don't have to relocate the battery just yet. I will raise this one first and then try the engine, fit the engine in, just to see if the engine will still fit. It should do. The mounts have just been raised up, so it should just fit, but just to check, because I don't want to do all this work and then have to redo it because the engine won't fit. But I'll show you this one now. driver's side engine mount raised and cleaned up, looking nice. I just need to, there's these 2 pins here, I just need to put them on or drill them in so that this mount doesn't twist. But what you need to do also, so this is the original engine mount bolt. The thread's been cut off here. We've drilled a hole through. Basically this sits in there originally, but because we've raised it 1.5 inches, you can't use that again. So to keep it sort of standard and correct in a way, keep that bit in there, put that bolt through, go straight in and down, and then simply washer and nut underneath, and that is how that works. But I'll drill these pins in now and then paint it all up. I think we'll be ready to test the engine. That is the engine in on the new mounts, the raised mounts. Still a little bit of more work that needs to be done. I need to get the battery tray back on here, just so I don't have to relocate that for now, because I don't want to do too much of that. I just want to get the car driving and reliable. So the whole idea of raising the engine, as you probably guessed, is so that the engine doesn't hit the floor. As you can see, this is sort of the, I guess you call it like a subframe, but you can't unbolt it, it's just part of the car. But normally the sump sits lower than that, so the lowest point of contact is the sump once you go this low. But now that you can see, the engine's totally out of reach there from the road, so if you do hit anything, it's going to hit that subframe there. So that's the whole idea of it. But another problem, well, a problem you run into is the mount at the back. It's too high now, so it's not ideal. But what I did come up with before is I got another mount, just welded 2 plates over, and I'm not sure why I drilled that hole, but anyway, welded 2 plates over and just drilled another hole in it to make it reach. So it effectively acts like a, what would you call it, like a hardened mount or a stiffer mount. Not ideal, it's not the best, but it works. As you can see, it's already ground down, so I shouldn't run into any issues there. But yeah, I'll fit that and go from there. Bottom mount fits as it should. You can see how much I've ground off here. But yeah, this manifold sits too low as well. It's the standard manifold, but I do have a 421 Super Sprint that I can put on just because it sits higher. But it's a great manifold anyway. It sits a lot higher than that, and with that I can put my other exhaust on as well, which will also sit higher. But now it's time to take the engine back out, finish the mounts. I mean, they are finished, but just tidy them up, spray them up to prevent them from rusting. driver's side engine mount raised and complete. I could make it look a lot better, but I'm not too worried about that right now. I will do that once I smooth the engine bay. But here is the passenger side, raised up. Probably doesn't look too strong, but it is all 2mm plate. And once this battery tray is on, I guess it acts like a, well, we'll strengthen it right up once I plug weld this to the top. This is all prepped and ready to go. But yeah, so that will sit on there. And then the second piece is what the actual battery sits on. Will go on top like that. And then yeah, the battery on top of that, and that is how the battery will sit. Battery tray plug welded in, and the wires have been ground back. But now I'll coat it in epoxy primer to prevent it from rusting. And then that is the engine mount done. You can put the engine back in and start putting it all back together. But then I need to do the chassis notches, which are there and there, but that'll be in another video. Engine mount raised with the battery tray on top, plug welded in, grinded back, epoxy primer all over it to prevent it from rusting. Same with the driver's side engine mount. And that is them done. When it comes to smoothing the bay later on, I am gonna hate myself getting this top bit off, battery tray off, because of the battery will be relocated. But it's all right. I'll do that when it comes to it. But yeah, now time for the engine to go back in. I can start wiring it back together, plugging it back in. Nearly there now, engine in, and engine mounts raised. Like I said, chassis notches next, and we should be good to go to start driving this thing really. The only things that are going to get in the way are the exhaust, maybe. Not too sure yet, but I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. But yeah, the next major thing is the chassis notches, but I'll show you that procedure. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.